So a big question that I've been getting recently is, should I stay in school? Should I stay in college? Or should I even put my kids through school and college? Or what are my thoughts on dropping out? You know, what does it actually take to be successful? And actually, I don't believe that school is good or bad. I think it really depends on what is most important to you. So I want to give you my take on it and how and why I decided personally to drop out when I was 19 and how I actually pursued this career to actually build multi-million-dollar companies as a result of that. But before we get into it, show reel. Hit it. What's up guys, this is Eric Ho here, international speaker, entrepreneur and best-selling author. And in this video, I want to break down for you my thoughts on the college system, on the school system, who is it for, and what about those people who aren't very academic. Like myself, when I was going through school, I found it really, really hard. What should we do? Is it okay to drop out? What will be the consequences or the results of the two things? So, you know, I don't believe school is good or bad. Some successful people, they say, oh, you don't need school, you don't need college, you don't need university degrees, right? While there are a lot of successful people out there who don't have these degrees, but at the same time, they have their purpose. So let's say, for example, and this is what I want you to do, because those of you who are used to my videos, you know we always write the learnings below. When we type it below, we reaffirm the learning and we instill it on a deeper level to get our aha moments and our paradigm shifts. So I want you to write this down, okay? Everything needs to be thought on outcome. Everything needs to be thought on outcome. So this isn't just about school or college or this type of decision in life. It's about every decision in life. We need to always think before we make a decision and we're trying to wonder, shall I do this or shall I do that? We need to first ask ourselves the question, what is the outcome that I'm wanting here? So if we look at that question, if you are wanting to become a lawyer, a solicitor, a doctor, a brain surgeon, if you're wanting these professional jobs and this is your dream, this is your goal, then you have to go through the system because these are the qualifications that are needed to go through before you can actually be qualified to do that dream job of yours. So if what you are doing is a professional job, if what you want to do is to pursue one of those professional jobs, then it's a very good thing to go through. Or another thing is this, because I dropped out at 19, right? I didn't really get so much of the experience while I was working, while I was building a business. My friends, they were just like hanging out at dorms and having fun and all this like college, university stuff, and I was missing out because I was doing my work. So for some people, you can look at it like this: if your outcome and you are not so bothered right now about your future career, or maybe you have no idea what you want to do right now, right? You're totally lost. Then going through a system like that could just be part of the journey. It could be a part of life, a part of the experience of life. So if you find that you enjoy it and you've got nothing better to do and you can't really figure out what you want to do right now, maybe by doing it, it might push you to understand yourself a little bit better. I always say this: a lot of people, they always sit there, they try to figure out their purpose, right? But you can't figure out your life purpose by sitting there. Life purpose is found by doing, by the act of doing things. And people would argue and say, but how do I know what to do? Well, you know what to do when you do something and it's not the thing that you enjoy doing. That's how you figure out your purpose, because then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing that, right? It's the same for me. I had to do my first restaurant business. I had to do franchising until I recruited 52 franchisees. until I realized, man, I really don't want to do this. I had to go into the export business to realize that I don't want to deal with rubber tires and steel. It's so boring, this stuff. I had to do multiple things to find what that purpose was, what that passion was. And so for you, it's exactly the same. If you're totally lost right now and you don't have an outcome that you want, then go for it, then do it. It might happen that you go for 6 months and you drop out. It might happen that you go for a year. It might happen that you complete it and you love it. And you decide and you find yourself in that area and you decide that, actually, you know what? I never really thought about it. I do want to be a, brain surgeon or something, that might come from it. So if you're totally lost and you've got nothing better to do, then go through it. But then I've got my final piece of advice for those of you who know you have a leader within you. Through growing up, you were that person who is like, I got this idea. I want to do it my way. For some reason, you were always pulled towards doing bigger things. For some reason, you always looked at other people and you thought, why do they think like that? It's like, that's a stupid idea. You had a mind of your own and you had that drive, you had that purpose, you had that leader within you, you had that greatness where you say, hey, you know what? I'm not one of those who settle for the mediocre. I don't want to just be part of the system. And if you're one of those people, I rebelled at school so much because I just hated it. I just didn't like being there. I didn't like being part of that system. I didn't like doing those exams. I didn't like doing that. And I wasn't academic at all, I was dyslexic as well. And then I think if you're thinking like that and you have this natural entrepreneurial mind and what is an entrepreneurial mind? Entrepreneurial mind are those who are solution focused. You're one of those people who, when problems arise, when challenges arise, you're very quick on solution focus. And this is very, very important, by the way. Entrepreneurship, business, has nothing to do with you going to study business school, You're going to study a business degree. It's got nothing to do with that. Because that's all textbook. Because when it goes out to the practical world, whatever you plan, you try plan, it's not going to do anything. It's just unpredictable. It's such an unpredictable game. You have to be so solution focused. That is the biggest trait I look for when I invest in other people's businesses. Because when a person is solution focused, then I was watching this this interview the other day, and it was with Gary Vee, and what he was talking about, he said going into business is not it's not a question of, okay, I'm going into the ring right now. Is Mike Tyson gonna knock me out? So the question is not, is Mike Tyson gonna knock me out? Or if Mike Tyson knocks me out, what shall I do? No. He said, how you should think about it is, Mike Tyson, I'm going into the ring now, so Mike Tyson is definitely gonna knock me out. And aside from him knocking me out, Conor McGregor is gonna hold me in a neck choke at the same time. And at the same time, a piano is gonna fall on my head. Literally, that is entrepreneurship. It's not for everyone because it takes a certain type of character, a certain type of solution focused, positive driven mindset. This person who has so much drive and desire to actually pursue that and actually become successful at the end of it. And that's why most businesses fail. And so if you know that you have that drive, you have what it takes, then I would say definitely pursue that path. Because if you look at it this way, I don't know whereabouts you're tuned in from right now, but if you look at a college degree, you look at a university degree, right? In the UK here, at the end of 3 years, you're investing 50 to 100,000 pounds. That's like 100K plus dollars. And at the end of it, the question really is this: what's the outcome? What's the return? For most people, it's finish degree and don't know what to do, go and work at Starbucks. Now, I'm not saying working at Starbucks is a problem, right? I've worked in a lot of restaurants before. I worked in a burger man before. It's not a problem. If you enjoy it, pursue it. But what I'm saying is this: if you know for your kids, they have this thing about them, they have something special, then set them off early. Allow them to go out into the real world and play their part, make their impact. Because entrepreneurs, are the people who are making the big impact in this world. You know, they go out, they serve people, they are solution focused. I'm not saying they're the most happiest. It depends what the outcome is. If you want to be a pianist, you want to be a singer, you want to be a dancer, then it's a whole different route. But you need to understand and ask yourself the question, what is the outcome you're looking for? Guys, I hope that's like kind of cleared it up a little bit for you guys. I want to do this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. It's always nice to know. And let me know your views and your viewpoint as well. That's nice to know too. And finally, another thing before I finish off here, those of you who are in and around the UK, we have a very, very special, or even in around Europe or anywhere in the world, in fact, and you will be willing to fly here to the UK, we have a very special event coming up where I've got a few of the celebrities from the movie, the hit movie, The Secret, to be speaking and teaching for 2 days on the law of attraction, and it's called Masters of Success. It's going to be live in London, and right now I've done this very special deal on the tickets. All you need to do is just click on the link inside the description and you can join us there. Obviously, depending on when you are watching this video. If you're watching the video afterwards, then there's probably other events you can click on that is in the description. Otherwise, peace and love to all of you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead. And remember, what is your outcome? Keep that in mind, and then you'll know exactly what the answer is for yourself or for the people around you. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this video and you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next year, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, signing out. Ciao.